The following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are Ohio.
Jenna Ober and the Triad Cardinals look for the school's second state championship and the first in over 20 years. Standing in their way, Kayla Smith and the Shadyside Tigers. They're making the school's first trip to Akron and the state softball tournament. It's the Division IV state championships, and it's right now on Sports Time Ohio. Tonight's game is brought to you by Time Warner Cable. Enjoy sports better. It's the Division IV state championship game. We're at Firestone Stadium in Akron. The 26-3 Triad Cardinals going up against the 21-5 Shadyside Tigers. Get ready for state high school softball right here on Sports Time Ohio. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jeff Phelps. Very happy to be working with Tess, Sito. We have a couple of very hot teams coming into this one. Triad with an 18-game winning streak going into the state championship game. And Shadyside, Tess, has won 18 of its last 20 games.
Yeah, you don't want anything more than two teams that are hot, ready to fight, ready to compete. And these teams are pretty evenly matched. And I think we're going to have a great matchup today.
Triad has been scoring runs like crazy during the tournament, outscoring opponents 70-14 in the tournament. They've had 3 shutouts in 7 games, but boy, they've been putting up runs in bunches.
They're hot right now. 3 games in the tournament, they've had scored double digits, 25, 21, and 10 runs. And a lot of that being part by Jenna Welty, swinging the bat really hard. She has a batting average of .379, and they need to put pressure on the Shadyside defense.
You think that's the key for Triad in this one, putting pressure on that Shadyside defense?
Exactly. Shadyside had a couple errors yesterday, and I think if they put pressure on, it's going to be a great game.
Shadyside's offense not quite as prolific during the tournament. They've outscored their opponents 33-8 so far in the tournament. Their pitching's been very good. 3 shutouts. They've allowed 1 run in 3 games during the tournament. Key for Shadyside in this one, Tess.
Key for Shadyside is definitely clean defense. They have to limit the errors. They've played hard all year, and they've been doing awesome. They just need to come here, play, relax, and have the time of their lives.
So get ready. Here it comes, the Division IV state championship game at Firestone Stadium in Akron. The Triad Cardinals going up against the Shadyside Tigers. First pitch coming up right here on Sports Time Ohio. We're ready for softball here in Akron. Jeff Phelps along with Tess, Sito. As Shadyside trying to win the state championship, they have to beat a very hot Triad team to get that done. Triad will be batting first in our game. Shadyside will be the home team.
History made in New York. American Pharaoh has won the Belmont Stakes. First Triple Crown winner since the firm.
Shadyside coming into this game with a record of 21-5. They started the season at 3-3, then won 8 straight games and went on to win 18 of 20 games. So after a 3-3 start, they got hot and really got things moving. Our Time Warner starting lineups see some pretty serious averages right there for the Cardinals. Watkins, the pitcher, hitting over 500. We'll see Hannah standing out both in the batter's box and in the circle. Madison Dolby leading things off here for Triad, and that's 2 strikes from Megan Hagney. And that's 3. That'll get it done in a hurry as Megan Hagney comes out throwing bullets.
I had a chance to watch her yesterday, and she really attacks the batters, uses that rise ball, and as you can see, she looks very confident at the start of this game.
Allie Dixon, the batter. She gets strike 1. Jenna Welty on deck. Just underway in the D4 state championship game, and there's strike 2. Hey, Hagney has come out throwing.
She's wheeling and dealing. That looks like a nice off-speed pitch, and she's going to mix in a couple bit different pitches here.
Well, that's easy enough.
Wow.
2 up, 2 down, 6 pitches.
As you can see here, that looks like a low rise ball to me. There's a tight spin. She just kept it right in the zone with 2 strikes. That's not very common, but she's confident that her pitches are working today.
Jenna Welty steps in. She had 2 hits yesterday in Triad's big win over the defending state champs Cuyahoga Heights. Hits this one in the air down the third base line, but that's way foul.
The nice thing about this Akron Firestone Stadium field is the girls have so much room to run and chase down foul balls, which is so fun. You know, you get to make those spectacular plays and even get a chance to dive sometimes. So that's a great thing to play on this field.
And Tess, you played here as a professional with the Akron Racers. As a pitcher, what a huge help for the young ladies in the circle.
It is. Like, I played second base, and I got to track down so many balls that our pitcher thought, you know, that's just a foul ball, but we got to go and dive, and it's just so fun to have that big space.
The 2-1 pitch, a little bit low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball back, counts full. Triad getting into this game with a 2-1 win over Cuyahoga Heights. They scored 2 in the first inning. It was a 2-run double by Jenna Ober. They gave up 1 in the 4th. Cuyahoga Heights had runners on 1st and 2nd in the 7th inning. They didn't score. They left 9 people on base. And Triad advances to the state championship game with that win. As out number 3 is made as Lindsey Dunn puts it away. Easy first inning for Megan Hagney. 3 up, 3 down. And now Shadyside gets a chance to come to the plate.
That was
Shadyside with a very serious batting average at the top of that order. Weaver hitting .580. Hagney, the pitcher, batting cleanup, hitting .488. Shadyside making its first trip to the state tournament. Hadn't been to the regionals in 25 years, Tess, so they're really getting things done this year. First Ohio Valley Athletic Conference school in the state tournament since Meadowbrook back in 2009. So congratulations to Shadyside for getting here, and now the opportunity to win a state championship.
This is a great game. I mean, these 2 teams haven't been here much, and it's just going to be a hard-fought game. They're both even teams, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Anna Watkins, outstanding against Cuyahoga Heights. 1 run, 8 hits, walked 2, struck out 8. She had a perfect game in the tournament. Came against Botkins, a 21-0 win. Hannah, a recruit by Otterbein, so she'll be playing college softball with Otterbein.
Perfect game. Wow, that's hard to come by.
Isn't it the truth? Ralph Merritt behind home plate. Pamela Mercer will be at first base. Gus Baumgartner will be the second base umpire. And George Goulas will be umpiring at third base. Caitlin Weaver will lead things off for Shadyside. Tigers coming in off a thrilling 8-inning win over New Regal. It was 6-5 in 8. They had a 5-1 lead in the game. Coughed it up a little bit, but they hang on, and they are here right now, 1 win away from a state championship. First pitch from Hannah Watkins, ball 1. Everybody charges, pulls the bat back. That's ball 2. Corners in tight. It's ball 3.
I don't think she's really going for the bunt. I think she's going to get in the pitcher's head right here. With a .580 average, I know to start off the game I want to go for a bunt.
Big day yesterday. 4 for 5, 4 singles. And there's a strike from Hannah Watkins. 3 balls and a strike. And we have our first base runner of the game.
Great at bat by Caitlin Weaver.
Draws a 5-pitch walk.
The shortstop, number 9, Carly Klug.
The shortstop, Carly Klug, comes to the plate. She's just a sophomore. Keep in mind, Weaver stole a base yesterday, so she's a threat on the bases.
Surprised she's not going for the bunt right here to move her into scoring position.
Instead, swings, and she's down 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch a little outside. But Caitlin Weaver likes to get the catcher's attention over there at first base. Stays off that bag a little while.
She's trying to draw the throw down and maybe get an overthrow. She's trying to be aggressive here.
Bouncing ball up the middle. Nice stop by Allie Dixon, but everybody's safe. That ball exactly in the right spot. Allie Dixon, even if she had been able to pick it cleanly, probably not a chance on that one, Tess.
Yeah, that was a great stop by Allie Dixon to lay out. And you never know, maybe Caitlin Weaver could have gone to third on that. Depends on how the center fielder plays it, but that was a great effort.
Lindsey Dunn comes to the plate. 2 runners on base, nobody out. Big opportunity here. She pops one behind second base, and Allie Dixon makes the catch. There's one away.
Allie Dixon has quite a bit of range. She just made that diving catch, and that ball was into center field. It's a great hustle on her part.
The pitcher, number 24, Megan Hagney.
Here's the young lady we'll see on the mound all day, Megan Hagney. Opportunity knocking right here for her Shadyside Tigers as she swings and misses.
That was a great cut right there. I know she missed it and shook her head a little bit, but got to be aggressive. That was an awesome cut. Wow, pitcher batting .488. That's awesome.
I'd say you sound envious, except I know you could hit.
Yeah, and lately in high school, we've been seeing a lot of pitchers who can hit the ball, so I guess it's not that surprising.
She's down 0-2. A little low, maybe a little away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yesterday, I got to witness her 3-run home run, which is awesome. That takes a little bit of pressure off her shoulders as a pitcher.
Always nice when you can do it yourself. Help yourself out. She chops one to third. They try to go to third for the force, and they get it. Nice play by Jenna Ober. Madison Dolby, the shortstop, got over there, but it was such a quick play. Ober thought, let me try and do this myself, and she gets the out.
Yeah, it looked like she hesitated a little bit. I thought she was going to flip it to Madison Dolby, but then she realized, oh, she's not there. I better take it by myself. See, she kind of hesitates, looks to flip it. That was a great dive. These girls are playing so aggressive and so hard.
Brings up Kenzie Fielding. And she looks at strike 1.
That was a nice curveball right there by Hannah Watkins.
Trying to pitch herself out of a jam. There's 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers on first and second. Bouncing ball goes to Allie Dixon at second base. She goes to first for the out. And that takes care of it. Little bit of an opportunity there, and Shadyside not able to capitalize. No score after 1, right here in Akron. OHSAA Championship Softball on Sports Time Ohio is brought to you by Time Warner Cable. Enjoy the most sports on the most devices, no matter where you are, only with Time Warner Cable. No score after 1 here in the Division IV State Championship Softball game. The Triad Cardinals coming to the plate. This is a Triad team that has been putting up runs like crazy. Look at that, 21, 25 runs in their first 2 tournament games. Things calmed down a little bit, and then the 2-1 win over Cuyahoga Heights to get here to the state championship game.
I don't know if it'll be that easy today with a Megan Hagney in the circle, but they're sure gonna try.
Anna Watkins saw her in the circle hitting .561. That's an all-around player right there. She pops one into left field. Shelby Benedetta camps right underneath it, and that's out number 1 here in the second inning.
That looks like a simple catch, but you see the sun is shining bright on her. She makes it look easy.
Shadow's getting a little long here at Firestone Stadium. They're out past the pitching circle, but the sun coming right over the first base line. And the shortstop, the third baseman playing in would be in the shade. Shortstop kind of right on that shadow line, and that's kind of tough, Tess.
It's kind of hard, but at least the girls have glasses on. They have visors on. They'll do anything to try and hide that sun.
Jenna Ober hits one past the first baseman. Sarah Dirks couldn't get it, and she's on at first base.
Now that was a great hustle by Caitlin Weaver, but I think Sarah Dirks needs to, if she misses that ball, she needs to hustle to first base because she made that stop and all she had to do was flip it behind her.
Number 7, Nicole Simonelli.
Sarah Dirks goes for the ball and then Caitlin Weaver gets it. And if Sarah Dirks is there, you could have a play. I don't think she'd be out, but you never know.
Nicole Simonelli steps into the plate. She's the first baseman. Triad with its first base runner of the game. Simonelli swings at a high pitch. She's down 2 strikes. Make it 3.
Megan Hagney is going right at these batters. That one was right down the middle, but it had a screwball spin, which hit the outside corner, and that's why she forced the strikeout.
Chelsea Price steps in. Chance to try and move Jenna Ober over. I didn't plan it that way. It just kind of worked out that way.
Sounded good.
Thanks.
It's a great pitch. She painted the inside corner. We put Chelsea Price a little confused there.
Megan Hagney throwing strikes, and that's 3.
Wow.
Triad gets a base runner. They get their first base hit of the game, but they strand Jenna Ober at first base.
Another outside corner pitch. That's where you want to put it with 0-2.
Anyone used to 60 feet 6 inches in a Major League Baseball game or a high school baseball game, yeah, it's a lot tighter here in high school softball, just 43 feet away. Not much decision time there for the batters, Tess.
No, and in baseball you don't have a rise ball, and in softball that's one of the most popular pitches. It's so hard to hit that. It looks like it's coming right to you, and then it just shoots up out of the zone.
The OHSAA website is more than just championships, so log on today.
Also in softball, you hit a ground ball, you have to run very fast. In baseball, if you hit a ground ball, you're kind of basically out. But in softball, you have a chance to beat that out in these 60 feet base paths.
If the infielders don't pick it clean, Tess, there's a great opportunity that the runner gets on base.
Exactly. It's so short. These girls are so quick, and you got to be perfect kind of in the infield lately.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for Shadyside, the left fielder, number 8, Shelby Benedetta.
It'll be Benedetta, Dirks, and Smith for Shadyside here in the second inning. Shelby, a senior, one of 2 four-year letter winners on this team. Sarah Dirks is the other. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Way behind on that one. She's down 2 strikes.
Yeah, she looked a little not too confident with that swing.
No, she didn't, did she?
Yeah, if she's going to swing, I say take a hard hack.
She fouled that one off. Stays alive at 0-2. Hannah Watkins on the mound for Triad. Has some international experience. Sophomore year, she pitched in the World Cup indoor softball tournament in the Netherlands. How about that?
That's some experience.
She's one of 2 pitchers on the team. They finished 3rd behind those rugged squads from the Netherlands and Czechoslovakia. Hannah gets another strikeout.
Nice job putting it out of the zone when you're ahead. That's why it's so important for the pitcher to get ahead, because then they get to play around with the batters. They can throw it high, throw it outside. That's why it's so important to get ahead.
Shadyside has had some good pitching during the tournament. They've been very good. Their offense hasn't been explosive, but it's been certainly effective enough. Sarah Durkis in the batter's box. A couple of home runs on the season. One ball, one strike. It's the Division IV state championship game, Firestone Stadium in Akron. Anna Watkins has the pitch, knocked to second base. Allie Dixon recovers and gets the out. Nicely done by Allie not to get all excited about not picking that one up cleanly.
Exactly. We just talked about how short the base paths are, and if you do make an error, you don't really have a chance to get the out. But, I mean, if you're at second base, the throw is so short. You have to stick with it. She gets it. She gets on her.
And Sarah hit that hard.
Yeah, so she had time. That was a great job by Allie Dixon.
Kayla Smith, the batter, with 2 outs, swings, and that's strike one. One ball, one strike. Well, you can see Madison Dolby at shortstop trying to shade her eyes from that sun. She is right on that line.
It's a tough position right there. Maybe she could take 1 or 2 steps in, but then it doesn't give her much time to field the ball if it's in the hole or it's in the hole. There she is right there, shading the sun. It's hard to have a visor or sunglasses when you have that mask on.
Jenna Ober takes it clean, gets the out, and we go to the 3rd inning with no score here in the Division IV state championship game. Triad coming up. Felicity Phillips will lead it off as the Cardinals try to get on the board. Top of the 3rd inning here in the D4 state championship game. Felicity Phillips, Mackenzie Legg, and Madison Dolby coming to bat for the Triad Cardinals. And the first pitch from Megan Hagney is called strike one. Shadyside getting here with some great pitching. Shutouts in the first 3 tournament games, 1 run allowed in the next 3, and then giving up 5 runs yesterday. Megan Hagney on the mound right now, the pitcher of record in every game for Shadyside. She's 21-5. Shadyside is 21-5.
And that's really where those summer ball games come into play. Those girls can pitch up to 3, 4 games a day, and she's pitched every game this season. That's incredible.
That's the amazing thing for folks who follow baseball and not softball, is that these pitchers can just throw like absolute crazy as she gets the strikeout of Felicity Phillips. The motion, a little bit more of a natural motion.
Exactly.
And it doesn't affect the arm.
They've done a lot of research on baseball and softball pitchers, and they said that underhand is just way better on the arm. And when I talk to people, they say, Tess, how do you throw 3 games a day? And I just tell them that, you know, it doesn't hurt me at all. And so we noticed that with Hagney right here.
Mackenzie Legg hits one to second base, and Caitlin Weaver coming in on it very nicely and makes the catch.
I'll tell you what, yesterday Shadyside may not have had the best defensive day, but today they're looking a lot better.
Back to the top of the order, Madison Dolby. She struck out in her first at bat. Shows bunt, strike one called.
There's that rise ball. Hagney's going to use that up today.
Madison fouls that one off. She transferred in. Head coach Sherry Dixon thrilled to have her. I think she's a very good athlete. Two strikes, 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Megan Hagney a little bit high. There's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just like I said earlier, when you get ahead, you can throw pitches that high and get away with it because you're still ahead of the batter.
Right on the edge. Oh, that one was close. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Very close. I think in this game, should at least foul it off, but Madison Dolby was very confident that that was a ball.
That one wasn't. That does it for Triad here in the 3rd inning. Madison Dolby swinging and missing at strike 3.
That ball was right there. It was a great cut, but Hagney's spin is just too powerful.
No score, and we're in the middle of the 3rd inning. Thursday, June 18th, an American tradition comes to Fox and Fox Sports 1 for the first time ever, as the greatest golfers in the world converge on the Pacific Northwest for a chance to stamp their names in the history books. Our exclusive coverage of the 115th U.S. Open Championship live from Chambers Bay Golf Course. It begins June 18th, Fox Sports 1, Fox, and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Or call 614-355-6000.
Coming up for Shadyside, Mackenzie Osmond, then the top of the order, Caitlin Weaver and Carly Klug.
We've been lucky with a couple of great days here, Josh.
Hasn't it been great?
It's beautiful. You can't ask for anything better, especially in Ohio. You never know what you're going to get. And it's been awesome.
And if you'd like to be picky, and I'll go ahead and be picky, it's nice to have temperatures in the 70s. I wanted 80s when it was in the wintertime and we were very, very cold. But now that we've had a couple of those hot days, these 75-degree days, that's just fine.
It can get too hot. I'm in Georgia right now, and I'll tell you, it gets up to 100, and this is perfect.
What's a nice Ohio girl doing living in Georgia?
Well, I went to Georgia, and then I
Yeah, I know.
stayed up there.
Move home.
I'm thinking about it.
All right, good. Strike 1, the count on Mackenzie Osmond. And now you can make it 2. Mackenzie, just a freshman. Starting right fielder for the Shadyside team. How's that for a freshman experience?
It's
Hits
impressive.
this one foul down the first base line. Misplayed by Nicole Simonelli. That was an out waiting to happen, and she couldn't bring it in.
Let's see what happened here. Just over-jumped it a little bit. Good try, but
Now can Mackenzie Osmond take advantage of the opportunity?
that's what you have to do in these big games.
You really
There's
do.
only one, I mean, it's only the 3rd inning. There's only 1 hit, though. You have to really take advantage of that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouncing ball, Simonelli makes up for it. Takes it herself, and that's out number 1.
Great job by Simonelli to not get shook up. She just, the mentality you have to have in softball is on to the next play. That's what our coaches always would tell us, on to the next play. I mean, nobody's perfect. Just, she had a chance right there, and she made the play.
Back to the top of the order, Caitlin Weaver steps in. She reached base by a walk in the 1st inning, then was retired at 3rd, unassisted by the 3rd baseman. Each team with 1 hit so far in this game. Jenna Ober in at 3rd base. Eyes have to get really wide when you see Caitlin Weaver swinging full and that ball's coming your way, even if it is foul.
Another freshman. Talk about freshmen in the state championship game. That's impressive.
took a little bit off that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slaps it foul. Count stays 1-2. Active at bat here by Caitlin Weaver. Fouls off yet another pitch.
That man almost took that woman out in left field. Trying to catch the ball.
It's really not what you're looking for.
No, you want that to happen. No, you don't want that to happen on the field. You want aggression on the field, but not off the field. That
one was close. Called a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
She does not act like a freshman after
Boy,
that.
she sure doesn't, does she?
No, she looks like she has so much experience under her belt.
Great batting average and terrific fundamentals. You can see as she lines out to the shortstop, Madison Goldie.
She swings at strikes. She takes balls. That's hard. You think that's easy, but it's pretty hard when these pitches move so much. So she looked like a senior in there.
2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Carly Klug steps in. She has the only hit for the Tigers in this game.
Let's see if she can do it again here.
Outfield playing basically straight away for Carly. And that pitch right on the inside corner, strike 1. No balls, 2 strikes. Anna Watkins throwing a very nice game for Triad. Same thing for Megan Hagney for Shadyside.
And they're both going at these batters. I love a pitcher who's aggressive. Like I said, plenty of times, you can work with that. If you get ahead, you can throw the balls. And it just helps the pitcher so much.
Little upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Love these Shadyside batting helmets. Aren't those nice?
Ooh, those are fancy.
Yeah, they are a little snazzy.
They kind of
aren't
look
they?
like flames on the back a little bit to me, the orange.
Here's the 1-2. Low, a little away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled that one off. Count stays 2-2. Carly Klug, just a sophomore. Young team for Shadyside. Benedetta, Durkis, Gooch, Hagney, seniors, everybody else coming back. Kenzie Fielding also a senior, so they're losing 5 players off this team. Jillian Ongley's team should be ready to roll next year. Here's the 3-2. That was a good at bat by Carly Klug.
She started off 0-2, and now she has 3 straight balls and then a foul ball. Can't ask for more at an at-bat.
7 freshmen on this Tiger team. Have to love that if you're a head coach.
Wow.
Coach Ongley building for the future at Shadyside. Klug stays alive again. Coach Ongley played in a state championship game for Shadyside, but it wasn't softball. She was on the Shadyside girls team that lost to Delphos St. John's in the 2002 state championship basketball game.
So I bet she wants to win here. It's been a long time, and she was in the state championship. I'm sure she wants to get a win for her girls here.
Here comes the 9th pitch of this at bat. 3-2. Foul ball, right field side. Some space over there, but Felicity Phillips not quite able to get to it. That very close to the fence.
That was an awesome hustle by Phillips. And like I said earlier, she has so much room to work with. That was a great hustle. And if that fence isn't there, because I know you get a little nervous and hesitant when you see that fence, if that's not there, I think she can make that catch. But either way, that's a great hustle.
How about the 3-2 pitch one more time?
Wow.
And there's a walk. Well done by Carly Klug.
That's hard to do. Starting off 0-2 and forcing a walk by a sophomore.
She's been on base in each of her at-bats, and now with 2 outs, Lindsey Dunn comes to the plate. First pitch a little low. Lindsey, the junior catcher, she's a 3-year starter for this Shadyside team. Fouls it back, 1-1. Good looking pitch, didn't get the call.
Great pitch by Watkins to paint that corner, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Fouls off a pitch to make it 2-2. Carly Klug, the runner at first base. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Division IV state championship game. Jeff Phelps along with Tess Sito right here at Firestone Stadium in Akron. And that's strike 3. Lindsey Dunn goes down swinging. Hannah Watkins gets out of a little bit of a jam. We've played 3 here in Akron. No score in the Division IV state championship game. Top of the 4th inning here in the Division IV state championship game. We have no score. Each team with 1 hit. Triad and Shadyside trying to become state champions. If you're looking for Triad, look right in the middle of the state over on the western side in North Lewisburg. The Cardinals in the Ohio Heritage Conference won state championship. They've been runner-up 3 times in the state tournament for the 6th year. They were state runner-ups in 2006, 2007, and 2008. Pretty good run. They won the state championship back in 1992.
It's been a while for them, and none of these girls have actually been to the state tournament, so I think they like the history, but they want to be the ones to win it.
The top of the 4th inning for Triad.
Megan Hagney has been outstanding on the mound for the Shadyside Tigers. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, Allie Dixon, a strike. What have you liked most about Megan so far?
I think she's attacking the batters, and her rise ball has been so successful to me. She's forcing the batters to swing, pop-ups, just like that.
Allie Dixon pops it up. Lindsey Dunn makes the catch, and that's out number 1 here in the 4th.
She also has a great changeup that keeps the batters so off balance. Here she goes for the bunt, and on a rise ball pitcher, you have to get on top of the ball.
Jenna Welty next up for Triad, and she fouls it off. Jenna fouled out in the 1st inning. A little upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's hit to left field. Son, a little problem out there for Shelby Benedetta, but she picks it up cleanly after a single by Jenna Welty. And Triad has a base runner. 2nd hit of the game for the Cardinals.
Inside pitch, way to drive it to the left field. And that was a great job by Benedetta, even with the sun, like you said. It's so strong out there, but she fielded it cleanly and got it into 2nd to keep her at first base.
Hannah Watkins' opportunity to give herself a little cushion when she gets back out there in the circle. And she's going to Otterbein to play softball. Good for her.
We've had quite a few college Or high school players who are going to play in college next year in this state tournament.
We really have.
It's awesome to see.
Hits it to left field, but this one's foul. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hannah Watkins. Jenna Welty on at first base. The breaking ball kind of got away there from Megan Hagney.
Looks like a changeup that she just let go a little bit too late.
Hard, but foul. Right down the third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It wouldn't be a surprise to see a changeup right here, because when any batter is ahead and they're fouling it off to left field and they're pulling it, the pitcher knows, hey, they're ahead of the ball. I should maybe throw a changeup here.
Anna Watkins went 2 for 3 yesterday in the win over Cuyahoga Heights. That one way over the head of Lindsey Dunn. And Jenna Welty goes to second base on the wild pitch.
2 changeups in a row that Hagney just threw that she let go a little too late. If she gets that under control, that's a great pitch. See, just held on to it a little bit too long. She had the right idea.
Now Watkins with a runner in scoring position. Count stays full, 3-2. And that's ball 4. Cardinals with runners on first and second, only 1 out. Sherry Dixon, very happy with that. Now in her 16th season as the head coach at TRIAD. Boy, and she had success. 320 wins. State runner-up 3 times in a row. First pitch to Jenna Ober. Fouled off. That's strike 1. She singled in the second inning. It's Welty on at second base. Watkins on at first. 1 out for TRIAD here in the top of the 4th inning. Trying to steal, and that doesn't work. Welty thrown out at third base. Lindsey Dunn, nice throw, and Jalen Greenwood doing a good job putting down that tag.
Coach is aggressive there to have runners stealing. That was a great play by the catcher, though.
Wasn't even close.
Not even, no.
So now 2 outs. Hannah Watkins on second base. Stays alive at 0-2. The positive is they still have a runner in scoring position, so that's a good thing. But now they have 2 outs and only 1 runner on, so that was a risky call by coach. One ball, 2 strikes. Opportunity right now for the Cardinals. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ober yesterday 1 for 2 against Cuyahoga Heights. She drove in both runs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ober had a 2-run double in the first inning. All of the scoring from TRIAD yesterday in their win over Cuyahoga Heights. The 3-2 into center field. Kenzie Fielding puts up one hand, makes the catch. End of opportunity for TRIAD. They get 2 runners on base, only 1 out. They get 1 thrown out at third base and 1 stranded at second. And we're halfway through the 4th inning, and there is no score in this one. The Midsummer Classic is in the Buckeye State this year as the Queen City of Cincinnati hosts the All-Star Game. You don't want to miss it. It's Tuesday, July 14th, and it's only on Fox. Some aggressive base running right there by TRIAD, but might have run themselves out of an opportunity there.
because the more you know.
I'm sure Coach Dixon was hoping get the runner on third, maybe get the fly ball, we can tag up and score. Instead, Jenna Welty thrown out at third base.
Yeah, in a game like this, when it's so close, you kind of just have to be happy you have 2 runners on it. I don't think you take that big of a chance right there, but I do like the aggression in her in the state championship.
Shadyside way over on the eastern part of Ohio in the Ohio Valley Conference. Haven't won a state championship, haven't been runner-ups. A big opportunity for the Tigers. And they are right in the middle of this one. No score as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hannah Watkins through 3 innings. Very, very good. She's allowed only 1 hit. She's walked 2, however, and struck out 2.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for Shadyside, Megan Agnew.
Agnew, Fielding, and Benedetta here for Shadyside in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the first pitch to Megan Hagney called strike 1.
Here's a perfect chance for Hagney to get confidence, get a runner on. So when she goes out to pitch, she has more confidence if they do get a runner, a score.
Fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes.
Great cut, but when you have that much movement on the ball, it's going to come back and sometimes it hits you, but she has that little protector on her ankle, which is nice.
And that's strike 3 called. Hagney didn't seem real thrilled with that one, but she sits down after looking at strike 3.
Kenzie Fielding.
Oh, that was a little low, but with 2 strikes, you have to protect. Yeah, that was right at the knees. So they say from the knees to the letters on your jersey that you should be ready to swing.
Brings up Kenzie Fielding, and that's ball 1. Right up the middle, and that's a base hit. Kenzie Fielding puts one into center field. 2nd hit of the game for the Tigers.
Great job by Fielding. She didn't do too much with it. It wasn't a powerful hit. It was kind of just a little line drive bloop to the center field. That's all you have to do.
Base runners is what they need, and they have one now.
Exactly.
The batter, Shelby Benedetta.
Shelby Benedetta steps in with 1 out. She struck out in the 2nd inning. Pops this one up. Allie Dixon at second base calls for it and makes the catch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th for Shadyside.
Allie Dixon is a great fielder. We've seen her make plenty of plays in this game so far. Diving plays. That was a simple pop-up, but I mean, all over this game, she's been great at defense.
Sarah Durkis steps in. She grounded out to Allie Dixon at second base in the 2nd inning. Kenzie Fielding on at first base. Bounces one to the shortstop. Picked up by Madison Dolby. She does it herself. And we're scoreless through 4.
Great job by Madison Dolby. Just to take the easy out. You don't want to risk an overthrow, throwing it to first. That was a great job by Madison Dolby.
Defenses have been very solid in this one. Big part of the reason that we are scoreless in the Division IV state championship game. We've played 4 here at Firestone Stadium in Akron. It's the Division IV state championship game, and we have no score. Triad, Shadyside, each with 2 hits, but nothing in the run column. Nicole Simonelli fouls off the first pitch. That's strike one for Hannah Watkins. Or excuse me, for Megan Hagney. But Caitlin Weaver almost playing the first base position. Second baseman way in, looking for that bunt. And now she retreats a little bit. And now Sarah Durkis moves in a little bit at first base.
I think Caitlin Weaver was ready for the bunt. Because yesterday, like I said,
she was looking for it.
They had a couple errors, so I think Caitlin Weaver was ready to field that bunt and just throw it over to Sarah Durkis.
Simonelli stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes.
Great battle by Simonelli. That rise ball, they know Hagney's going to throw it, and they're just going to foul it off.
Slaps at that one.
That right there is what they call a 2-strike swing. You know, you're just trying to get a...
Hey, stay alive and get a pitch you can work with, right?
Exactly. Doesn't need to be a home run. Just get one that you like and foul that other stuff off. Just like that.
Did the same thing there, yeah. Looked a little outside, but she's rung up by our home plate umpire, Ralph Merritt.
I agree. I think that was low and outside, but she swung at a couple just like that and fouled them off. So I think in this situation, you have to do it again and again. If they're painting the corners, soon enough, the umpire is going to say, you know, you got to protect it or I'm going to call you out.
And he did. Chelsea Price fouls off the first pitch. Hagney hasn't been messing around with the batters here lower in the order. 20 pitches to the batters, 6 through 9, and they've all been strikes. Go get them, right?
Go get them. I love how she's being aggressive, and that was a nice curveball into a left-handed batter. That's hard for a right-handed pitcher. Ooh.
She did swing at it. She was hit, but that's strike 3.
That's a hard situation right there. I mean, you're kind of nervous. It's coming right at you, and you have nothing else to do but swing. But that's the rules. If your bat comes around, it's a strike.
She was ready to swing at that one.
Yeah.
Location didn't seem to matter too much.
They're going to talk about it, but I think that's the right call.
Umpires converging here.
Coach does not look happy.
Well, the swing didn't look to be a reaction of trying to get out of the way of the pitch, right?
No, I think she was going to hit the ball. And then, no, she was definitely going to hit the ball,
right.
And then it just kind of curved in and hit her.
The Triad wins the debate.
Wow. That's not very likely to overturn a call.
No. Shadyside not real happy about that. Understandably so. That takes care of it, doesn't it?
Nothing fuels a pitcher up more than a call like that. You just want to get him out fair and square, and that's what Hagney did. Nice
2 outs now.
Felicity Phillips.
Brings up Felicity Phillips, who struck out in the 3rd inning. Megan Hagney has been in control as Phillips fouls it back.
Got to get on top of the ball if you're going to bunt against the rise ball hitter.
Make it 2 strikes.
That was nowhere in the zone. But these girls are getting very hungry to hit that ball.
They're way too anxious here against Megan Hagney.
Got to just calm it down and relax.
There you go. Called strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts in the 5th inning for Megan Hagney.
That's an awesome pitch on the corner. It's hard. She swung at a ball that was 5 feet over her head and watched the ball right down the middle.
We go to the bottom of the 5th, and there is no score here at Firestone Stadium. Would you like to watch this game again? I'm thinking you probably will, because we have a good one going here. With Time Warner Cable, you can enjoy sports better. Look for this game and other high school regular season and state championship games only on Time Warner Cable, local on demand on channel 411. You can pause, fast forward, rewind, even do instant replays, only from Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better. Jeff Phelps along with Tess Sito at the Division IV state championship game, Firestone Stadium in Akron. Shadyside at 21-5. Triad at 26-3. And this game, every bit as close as advertised. I did think we'd see more offense today, Tess.
I did too, but both teams are playing awesome defense. They're not coming up with the big hits at the right time, and the pitchers are outstanding. They're attacking the batters, and this is just an evenly played game. It's going to be another one of those nail biters, maybe a 1-0 game.
It'll be Kayla Smith, Mackenzie Osmond, Caitlin Weaver here for Shadyside in the 5th. Kayla grounded out to third in her first at bat. Goes to short, big hop. Kind of eats up Madison Dolby there.
That's a hard play, but Madison Dolby, you got to go and charge that ball, because there's so many rocks on this field, so many things that can happen, and she kind of waited back, and that's what I've learned. You got to just go and attack that ball before that big hop happens.
Especially when a ball's bouncing like that. You make the play on the ball. Don't let the ball make the play on you.
Exactly.
It's called a hit. Brings up Mackenzie Osmond with a runner on first and nobody out. Osmond tries to get the bunt down. Instead, she fouls it off. She's down 2 strikes.
Sacrifice bunting is so important, and now she has 2 strikes, so I'm guessing she'll hit away, but just getting the bunt down moves your runner into scoring position. It's hard to miss that opportunity.
Little high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shadyside has had base runners in all but 1 inning, but unable to get anybody around to score. In fact, unable to get anyone past second base. Caitlin Weaver in the first inning was at second, thrown out trying to steal third. Osmond stays alive.
She is taking some nice hacks there.
Hannah Watkins gets her.
Great drop off by Hannah Watkins. We've seen a lot of up game, a lot of rise balls this game, but that was a great drop off. We started in the zone and then fell right off the table.
Tonight's player profile brought to us by Wendy's. Tonight we look at Caitlin Weaver, this young lady of Shadyside. She's one of 7 freshmen on this Tiger roster. Led the team in batting average and on-base percentage during the regular season. Hopes to become a dental hygienist. Good for her.
That's awesome. Not many freshmen, when you're 14 years old, know what you want to do for the rest of your life. Big props to her.
I did.
You did?
Yeah. I wanted to be a band director. How did that work out?
That's funny.
Slaps it foul. She's down 0-2.
Why didn't you become a band director?
Because I was at best a good trumpet player. At best.
You didn't think you could lead anybody, though.
I knew I was in trouble. But yeah, this isn't going to work. Let's go talk about sports.
That's fun.
Watkins trying to get her to chase. She didn't. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slaps it to third. Jenna Obert goes to second and gets her. Allie Dixon right there to get that throw. And they gun down Kayla Smith at second base.
Wow.
Oh, that was tight.
I'd like to take it. Yep. I think she was definitely beat it. Oh.
That was tight.
She was on top of the base before it even got there. From the other angle, you can definitely tell. Wow. It's unfortunate, but that was aggressive play by Jenna Ober.
Weaver's at first base now. Here's the play. One more look.
Yeah. You agree, Jeff?
That would be safe.
Exactly.
But our umpires don't have the benefit of instant replay, and we do.
Yeah, it's hard for them out there.
Carly Klug has been on base twice tonight. She's down 0-2. She singled in the first, walked in the third.
She had that.
Single right now, exactly what her team could use.
I think she had that 10 pitch at bat or so.
Yep.
To show signs of experience.
Back to the mound, Hannah Watkins. Over to Simonelli, and that'll do it in the 5th inning. Nice defensive play to get the out at second base. Keeps the game scoreless. Opportunity there for Shadyside in the bottom of the 5th inning. They couldn't capitalize. And we go to the top of the 6th, all scoreless here at Firestone Stadium in Akron. It's the Division IV state championship game. And leading off for Triad, it'll be the number 9 hitter, Mackenzie Legg. Legg, Dolby, and Dixon to go up against Megan Hagney here in the top of the 6th inning, a scoreless game. Fouls it back, it's into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tess, you've been in games like this. Is it more pressure to be in a game that's a scoreless game, or is it more pressure to be in a game where the ball's being hit around and it might be a 7-6 game?
Scoreless, definitely. My junior year, we went into 10 innings and we lost 1-0 on a walk-off hit to left field, and it just broke me down. I mean, I remember being on the pitcher's mound and I fell. It was just heartbreaking. So.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Because the girls have played perfect this whole game. You know, the defense has been awesome. And it's just hard when that final hit happens and the score comes across the plate and you lose. It's just heartbreaking.
Little upstairs, nice job by Legg to lay off that pitch. Counts full, 3-2. And she gets her.
Awesome.
Hagney coming into this game with 240 strikeouts on the season. Gets another one there.
That was an awesome changeup, drop ball, off speed. It was just beautiful.
And that's 4 straight strikeouts now for Megan Hagney. Madison Dolby now the batter. She has struck out twice today.
Third time around in this batting order. These girls should start to see the rise ball and lay off of it. Oh, that's awesome.
Perfectly placed bunt by Madison Dolby. That was beautiful. Sarah Durkis was coming in on that. She kind of pushed it past Durkis. Caitlin Weaver was going over to cover first base. Well done.
That's a great way to see the defense and read how they're playing. But she couldn't have placed that more perfect.
The batter, Allie Dixon.
Allie Dixon comes to the plate. She fouled out in her last at bat. Puts it up again. Great effort by Lindsey Dunn trying to get after that one. Jalen Greenwood, the third baseman there as well. Couldn't quite get it.
Great hustle. Just have to give it your all in these games and dive. If you miss it, oh well. And if you make the catch, you look like a hero. It's just awesome in what high school softball is all about.
We're scoreless in the 6th. Division IV state championship on the line. Bunts. Caitlin Weaver, the second baseman, almost in the batter's box to make that catch. How about that?
Wow. And it worked out perfectly. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I've never seen a second baseman that close, I'll tell you that.
No?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess that close, but she got in there. I thought she was closer than what it really was when she started off.
2 outs. Addison Dolby still down at first base. Line drive to shortstop. Klug gets it. That does it for the inning. No scores. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Every weeknight, don't miss MLB Whip Around on Fox Sports 1 with highlights, instant analysis, and live look-ins from around the league. MLB Whip Around is weeknights, 7 o'clock Eastern on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Shadyside has got to take advantage of when they get base runners on. They have got to capitalize and score. They've got them on in every inning, and they have to capitalize. It's bottom of the 6th. Here's when it's time to shine for these girls.
Tess, you mentioned your playing days a few moments ago. Let's talk about your playing days, shall we? Why? Because you were pretty good. The Elyria Pioneer had the wheels back in the day. Not that that was that long ago, Tess, but nice job. And then right here in this stadium, winning a state championship, beating Hudson.
There goes my birdie flap.
Yeah, you've probably had more photogenic moments than the birdie flap.
Yeah, I think so.
You think?
That's what I did.
That was not good.
It was so exciting.
But it worked, right?
After 3
it worked
years
for you.
Yep. After 3 years of state runners-up, I was just happy to finally go off to Cleveland State with a state championship under my belt.
That had to be something. After being runner-up 3 years in a row.
Exactly.
Then you win the state championship your senior year.
And my sister, she had won the state championship. They actually just got inducted into the Hall of Fame a couple weeks ago, and
wow.
I wanted to be, another girl from my family to win a state championship as well.
And you did. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lindsey Dunn, the number 3 hitter, swinging and missing at the first pitch. Little fly ball brought in by Allie Dixon. Not a whole lot on that. Shadyside with 3 hits in this game, but neither team has really hit the ball very hard tonight.
No, they've just found gaps if they do have a hit. They were, over the third baseman's head and just found the holes, which is what you have to do.
Now Megan Hagney steps to the plate. Reached first on a fielder's choice in the first inning, and then struck out to lead off the 4th. Anna Watkins, outstanding on the pitching rubber today for the Triad Cardinals. Same thing with the young lady in the batter's box right now, Megan Hagney. Oh, 2 the count. Watkins goes a little outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You saw the catcher set up. She scooted over right before that pitch, just said, 0-2, you do not want to put anything in the zone.
Ground ball to shortstop. Madison Dolby over to Nicole Simonelli, and that's 2 outs. Brings up Kenzie Fielding.
Now this one she charged a little bit. It wasn't as bouncy as the one earlier in the game where, it kind of slipped up, but great job by Dolby.
Fielding with a swing and a miss.
Nice curveball right there by Watkins. Outside corner.
Kenzie started the season playing at shortstop, now in center field. She's a 4-year letter winner as well. I mentioned Benedetta and Durkis, also 4-year letter winners on this team. Perfect name for a fielder, isn't it? Fielding.
Exactly. She was meant to play softball.
And she has a good glove. And at the plate right now, she's down 1-2.
I love how Watkins is working outside and inside and really keeping the batters guessing. She just went, you know, 2 or 3 balls outside and then brought that one ball off the plate inside.
Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Four strikeouts for Hannah Watkins in this game. She's just kept the Tigers off balance a little bit. Still 2-2.
That's what a pitcher is supposed to do, keep the batter off balance.
Hey, you don't have to overpower everybody.
No, you never want to let them get comfortable in that batter's box. And they can hit it, but you want to force pop-ups and ground balls that your defense will make plays on.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 6th. Bouncing ball, Dolby can't pick it up. And Kenzie Fielding is on at first base.
That is a hard ball to field right there.
That one was.
Yes, very hard with that choppy ball. I mean, the only thing she could have done different is stayed low instead of popping up. You see how she kind of came up? Could have stayed low, scooped that up, but either way, that's very hard.
Benedetta steps in. Was ruled a hit. 2 tough chopping balls to shortstop. Could have been called either way. Both of them have been called hits today. Benedetta coming off a good game in the semifinal yesterday. She was 2 for 3 in the 6-5 win over New Regal. She's down 0-2.
A little high, but right in the zone.
Inside. Foul tip, strike 3. Benedetta didn't agree, but she's out. And we go to the 7th. It's a scoreless game in Akron. Here we go. Top of the 7th inning, no score in the Division IV state championship game. Triad with 3 hits, Shadyside with 4. Triad started off the season with a record of 8-3. They haven't lost since, and they've been outscoring opponents like crazy for Coach Sherry Dixon.
Sometimes it doesn't matter how you start the season, it's how you finish, and they got hot at the right time.
Anna Watkins, Jenna Ober, Nicole Simonelli. Here in the 7th inning to face Megan Hagney. Megan threw 6 innings, 3 hits, 10 strikeouts.
A lot of that is due to her rise ball that she's been throwing throughout this game and her changeup. Right there, you saw the changeup. It's let go a little bit too early.
Two balls, 1 strike. Watkins flew out to left field in the 2nd inning, and she gets on base.
That's a huge at bat right there to get a leadoff walk.
Leadoff batter on base here in the 7th inning.
Now hopefully, or what I'm thinking is they'll bunt her over and then get her in scoring position.
Jenna Ober has put the ball in play. She singled in the 1st inning, or in the 2nd inning, and she flew out to center field in the 4th. She does bunt. And that one's caught. Lindsey Dunn does a very nice job. And again, you saw Caitlin Weaver charge all the way in from second base.
Yeah, and these girls,
They don't get it done.
no, you got to get on top of that ball. You know it's going to be your eyes ball.
The batter, Nicole Simonelli.
As a pitcher in that situation, are you automatically throwing rise ball?
Automatically, especially Hagney's rise ball is so good, and the spin is so tight. If those girls do not get on top of the ball, it's going to pop up every time.
Fly ball into left field, and it drops. Shelby Benedetta couldn't hang on to it. And Nicole Simonelli comes through with a base hit. Triad with runners on first and second, one out here in the top of the seventh.
Exactly like you said, Jeff. These girls have not been overpowering these hits. That was a simple pop-up to left field. Just, it was in the right spot. And Benedetta couldn't get to it, but it was a great try by her.
Chelsea Price comes to the plate, 2 strikeouts. In fact, the next 3 hitters have struck out 5 times in their 6 at-bats tonight.
It's time to shine right now and forget about your past at-bats.
Simonelli did just that. She had struck out twice, and now she singles to left field. She's on first base. Hannah Watkins is on second. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Triad trying to win its 2nd state championship. They won it in 1992, state runner-ups in 2006, 7, and 8. Price fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Prize ball again. With that bunt attempt. Hagney's going to keep throwing it. I already know.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chelsea Price strikes out. That's 2 outs, and it brings up Felicity Phillips.
We have had quite a few base runners this game, and no one has brought the runner in. Rise ball again.
Each team with 4 hits. Neither team has scored. Strike 1. Lots of activity, plenty of movement from the Shadyside defense on that pitch. 2 outs. 2 strikes. Felicity Phillips fouls it off. Two runners on base for Triad. We're in the top of the 7th, no score. Watkins is at second. Simonelli on at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. The Shadyside crowd wanted that pitch.
That was risky for Phillips not to swing at that, because that was placed pretty nice with 2 strikes.
The count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Base runners are running on this pitch.
Megan Hagney looks in. That's ball 4. Bases are loaded. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Mackenzie Legg. She gets a little advice from Sherry Dixon. Bases loaded. 2 outs here in the 7th. Watkins led off the inning with a walk. She stands at third base. The Tigers meet in the circle to talk about it. The Cardinals gather down the third base line. Jenna Ober then fouled out to the catcher. Couldn't get the runner over. Simonelli singled. Chelsea Price struck out, and now a walk. as Felicity Phillips is on first base, loading the bases. And Mackenzie Legg steps to the plate.
Megan Hegney has got to go with these batters. They have a force at any plate or any base, so I think she needs to go with them, force a ground out, force a pop-up, and go into the bottom of the 7th and score a run.
Maddie Collier is the batter, excuse me. And Maddie shows bunt.
I love the confidence. Her going right at her and getting that first strike.
Little low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is where Lindsey Dunn really has to be strong and be a vacuum cleaner is what they like to call it, and be a wall back there in the catcher's position. So the pass ball will score.
Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Best opportunity either team has had in this game. Megan Hegney. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Maddie Collier. She fouls it off.
Another freshman here, Jeff. Bases loaded, top of 7, 2 outs. It's exciting.
Welcome to high school softball. The 1-2 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Top of the 7th, bases loaded.
No choice but to throw a strike right here.
Fouls it off. Count stays full at 3-2.
This is an awesome game, an awesome atmosphere. That was a great pitch. Had a lot of spin on it, but it was still in the zone, is what Megan Hegney doesn't want to throw a meatball, but she wants to paint the corners with a lot of spin.
Hits it towards second. Weaver to first base. And Shadyside gets out of it. Bases loaded, top of the 7th. And Megan Hegney pitches her way out of a nasty, nasty jam. Game stays scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Tess, Sito, that was one heck of a job right there by the defense of Shadyside and pitcher Megan Hegney.
Exactly. Caitlin Weaver has been awesome all game. And sometimes when the pitcher has so much spin like Hegney does, that ball, when it's hit, it has a lot of spin. And for Weaver just to stay calm and make a nice flip to Dirks was a great play.
There's a nice smile on the face of Jillian Ongley, huh? Here's the way this inning went. Base hit over to first base or to left field, put runners on second and third. Then a strikeout. A walk loaded the bases. And then with 2 outs, bases loaded, Caitlin Weaver didn't get all excited on a little ball on the ground. She bent over, picked it up, flipped over to Sarah Durkis, end of inning.
That's hard as a freshman too, and she didn't even use her glove, she used her hand. But she knew she had to, it was a slow roller and she had to get it quick.
And now Shadyside has a chance to win it here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They won 8 straight games after starting the season 3-3. Overall, they've won 18 of their last 20 games. They make it 19 of 21, they're state champs.
First time making it to state tournament ever, and to be state champs is pretty amazing.
Great crowd up from Shadyside for this one. Same thing from Triad.
They're pumped up.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for Shadyside, Sarah Durkis.
It'll be Sarah Durkis, Kayla Smith, Mackenzie Osmond. Here to face Hannah Watkins in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch strike. Durkis 0 for 2 today. ball, 1 strike. Shadyside getting into this game with a 6-5, 8-inning win. They were in extra innings yesterday in the state semifinals. TRIAD, a 2-1 winner over the defending state champs from Cuyahoga Heights. TRIAD scored in the first inning of that game. They haven't scored since. They've gone 13 straight innings without a run. Now they're hoping to hold Shadyside. 2 balls and a strike on Sarah Durkis. (3-1).
Hannah Watkins has got to go at Durkis right here. You cannot start off the inning with a walk.
We saw that last inning with Hannah Watkins, and boy, it was big, big trouble for Shadyside. The 3-1. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the air over third base. What a catch by Jenna Ober. Hello.
That was awesome. I thought that was going to be in the gap right there. She held on to it. She saw it, turned her feet, and went for the ball. And stuck with it too.
That was well done.
Great job.
Brings up Kayla Smith. Smith 0 for 2 today. Bounces 1 to shortstop. Throw to first, a good one by Madison Dolby. There are 2 outs.
She has a strong arm. That ball was deep. That ball was very deep, and she threw it over with no problem. And that one, she got a great hop. She's deep in the hole. Made a great throw. Out by a mile.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Mackenzie Osmond. No score, bottom of the 7th of the D4 state championship game. And Osmond finds herself down, no balls, 2 strikes. Tried to get her to chase at it, she didn't. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hannah Watkins in the circle for the Triad Cardinals. Chase that one, and we have extra innings at Firestone Stadium. Triad, Shadyside, no score after 7.
Valley's pitcher hit a home run.
We go to extra innings here at Firestone Stadium. The Division IV state championship on the line. Scoreless game, Triad, Shadyside. 0s in the run column, 4s in the hit column. Triad has to be kicking itself after that 7th inning. They had the bases loaded, couldn't score. Leadoff runner on base with a walk. Could not bring Hannah Watkins around. But they now have the top of the order with Madison Dolby, Allie Dixon, and Jenna Welty.
Both teams have actually had quite a few runners on base, and no one has capitalized on it yet.
Has that surprised you?
These pitchers are very good under pressure. You know, with all these runners on, you'd think someone would score by now, but these pitchers seem to buckle down when they get runners on, and it's no big deal to them.
Megan Hagney in the circle right now for Shadyside has a 1-1 count on Dolby. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the air, down the left field line, that's foul. Count stays 1-2.
Another example of a hit that didn't have much power to it, but if it was a couple feet over to the right, it would have been in fair territory for a hit.
Dolby singled in her last at bat. Strikes out this time.
Hegney is on fire today. That's her 12th strikeout of the game. Just inching it outside. See how tight that spin was? Curveball outside. It's a great job. And she continues to stay strong throughout this game. It's the eighth inning.
Allie Dixon a little anxious on that first pitch. Wants that one back. Called strike 2.
I'm surprised Hegney came in with a strike there after she just saw Dixon swing at that one that was so high. I'm surprised she came right back for a strike.
Her mom's in the third base coaching box. Head coach Sherry Dixon, she said, Allie has to work harder than anybody. No choice, she's going to hear about it 24/7, right?
So that's a great curveball outside. And then here, another curveball. That spin is so tight, and it looks like it's coming right to you, and it just breaks to the outside corner.
13 strikeouts now for Megan Hegney. And the first pitch to Jenna Welty fouled off for strike 1. To center field. Kenzie Fielding goes back on it and makes a great catch. Tracked that one down beautifully. Turned her shoulder, went back on it, made a great play, and that ends the 8th inning.
That was the hardest hit ball of our whole game today, Jeff. And that was an awesome play. Reached up, showed confidence. I have the ball. Great
Ends
job.
the top of the 8th for Triad. Jenna Welty had to feel good when that one left the bat, but instead, still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning right here at Firestone Stadium. Monday through Thursday afternoon, 3:30. Tune in for Drennan Live. Bruce will talk about the biggest stories in Ohio sports. He'll give you a perspective you won't hear anywhere else. It's Drennan Live. It's Bruce. It's Monday through Thursday, 3:30 on Sports Time Ohio. Shadyside here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Just what they want. Top of the order coming up. Caitlin Weaver, Carly Klug, Lindsey Dunn. We go up against Hannah Watkins. Triad had that great scoring chance in the 7th inning. They also had a scoring chance in the 4th inning. No real threats, though, from Shadyside in this game. First inning was their best opportunity. They had runners on first and second. Caitlin Weaver was thrown out trying to steal third. Other than that, they have not had an inning where they've really threatened. One strike on Caitlin Weaver. One ball, one strike. Caitlin's been on base twice today. Walked in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the 5th.
Caitlin did not like how long Watkins is taking there, but it's not always just the pitcher's game. The batter has to feel comfortable too.
Fouls it off, left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouncing ball first base side. This could be tough. She beats it out. Base hit.
Putting the ball in play is what you really need here in the state championship game, and you can make things happen. Slow roller to first base. I think Dixon was there in time, but oh no, yep. Beat her by half a second.
Simonelli, a nice job picking up that ball. Allie Dixon covering, but it was a slow-moving ball. Bunt gets down, and it's mishandled. They don't get the play. Shadyside runners on first and third. Caitlin Weaver moving all the way on that one.
Wow, look at, she just went to second base
and
too.
Carly Klug just snuck down to second base because nobody was there. Allie Dixon moved in toward the pitcher's circle. Keep an eye on this. Caitlin Weaver just kept on moving.
That is awesome hustle by a freshman in the state championship game. Jenna Uber just got her eye off the ball. She went to look at first base rather than fielding the ball cleanly and then making the throw. These girls are excited. They haven't won yet, but...
Caitlin Weaver is on third base. Carly Klug is on second. There's nobody out here. Bottom of the 8th inning. And Lindsey Dunn comes to the plate. Lindsey has put the ball in the air a couple of times today, both times to Allie Dixon, both times out. She also struck out.
All she has to do is get any type of pop-up to the outfield and she wins the game. Or a grounder to the right side. Really, put it in play here, and I think you got yourself a state championship.
Pull the outfielders in here. Anything deep scores the run.
The batter, Lindsey Dunn.
Lindsey 0 for 3 today. Looking for her first hit here in Akron. She was 0 for 3 yesterday.
This has to be so...
Excuse me, she was 2 for 4 yesterday. Pardon me, 0 for 3 today.
This is where you totally forget about your 0 for 3 for the game.
Dunn bunts it, run comes home. There's a state championship for the Tigers of Shadyside.
On a sacrifice bunt, or on a squeeze bunt. Wow. That was perfectly placed by Lindsey Dunn.
Gutsy call, well executed. Caitlin Weaver on the move. Lindsey Dunn put it down.
Coach took advantage of Caitlin Weaver's speed. We saw on the hit, she went from first to third base, or on that bunt previously.
The Shadyside Tigers win the state championship in their first ever trip to the state tournament.
For Shadyside in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 run.
Megan
2
Hagney.
hits, 1 run.
Wow.
The final
Perfectly
score,
placed.
Shadyside 1.
And once that pitcher lets that ball go, Caitlin Weaver is taking off, and there's no way they have time. She beat that by a mile.
High school, Division 4 state champions.
That was placed perfectly, that bunt. She got on top of it. That was a rise ball, and she got on top of it. And we've seen all game these girls popping up rise balls when they're trying to bunt, and she executed that perfectly.
Great trust in your hitter. Lindsey Dunn did her job. Caitlin Weaver did hers. And the Tigers are state champions. 1-0, the final score. Shadyside beats Triad. Ceremony coming up next here in Akron. OHSAA Championship Softball on Sports Time Ohio is brought to you by Time Warner Cable. Enjoy the most sports on the most devices, no matter where you are, only with Time Warner Cable. It was a great game with a great finish in 8 innings. Shadyside laying down a suicide squeeze to bring home the only run of the Division IV state championship game as the Tigers win the first championship in school history. Welcome back to Akron, everybody. Firestone Stadium. Jeff Phelps along with Tess Sito. Tess, that was well played all the way around by both teams.
That was an awesome job. And pre-game, we talked about how Shadyside, the key to them winning was, we said they needed to cut down on the errors, and they did just that. And Megan Hagney had a great game and went right at her batters.
Anna Watkins pitching beautifully for Triad in this game. And as you said, Megan Hagney outstanding for Shadyside in this game as well. Neither team able to amount to much of anything offensively, never able to really mount any kind of a rally in this game. Triad had a great opportunity we'll take a look at in a bit, but the Cardinals getting their runner-up medals right now, and obviously it's a very disappointing time, but an outstanding season for the Triad Cardinals. They finish at 26-4.
Present the runner-up trophy to North Lewisburg Triad. If you would
Their
just,
18-game winning
folks,
streak comes to an end.
Ladies and
right
gentlemen,
here in the state championship game. Here's
what
Jeff Jordan.
a tremendous way to end softball in the state of Ohio this year. Let's give both these teams a great big round of applause. Cardinals from Triad, what a tremendous season you've had. It's been 7 years since you've been here, and you're going to get to take home some hardware to Champaign County. And I'm going to tell you, I was driving through Champaign County last week, and on 36, there was hardly a place that I didn't see a big sign that said, "Go Cardinals, go Triad." And so I'm going to tell you, I know the people up there, the people in Cable and Mingo and North Lewisburg and Woodstock are very, very proud of what you've done. There are little girls up there who are looking at all of you as the role models for what comes next in Triad softball. And so tonight is an honor and privilege to present to you, on behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, the Board of Directors, our member schools, and our staff, this trophy that says 2015 State Runner-Up. Congratulations, Triad Cardinals.
Obviously, the disappointment for the Cardinals evident on their faces. They'll look back on this later in life and think what a great experience, what a great opportunity, and what a great team we had.
Exactly. I've been through it, and they have nothing to hang their heads about. I know they're upset right now, but when you look back in 5-10 years, these are memories that you will never forget. I can tell you that.
Tess won a championship her senior year after being runner-up 3 straight years.
It was hard.
Makes it worth it, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Keep working hard. And for the seniors, I know it's really hard, but they had a great run.
Anna Watkins, very upset, but boy, did she pitch a terrific game.
Samantha Rosser. Alex Baker.
Now the Tigers getting their championship medals. And smiles all the way around.
Caitlin Weaver.
She had a big part in this game.
Didn't she, though?
She hustled so much.
Carly
At first to
Wood.
third, I can't believe how fast she got there, and then
In any athletic endeavor, speed is critical.
Dunn.
But boy, in this game, Tess, they can really be a difference maker.
and a
That
sacrifice
was
bunt,
one
or
clutch
a squeeze
bunt,
bunt, that's not very easy to get there. But she was there. I mean,
Kenzie
she beat the throw by
Fielding.
a second or two, which is a long time in softball.
Shelby Benedetta. Sarah Durkis. Kayla Smith. Jalen Greenwood. Mackenzie Osmond. Megan Hegney. The head coach of Shadyside High School, Jillian Ogley. Assistant coaches, Dave Regasi. Jacqueline Johnson. Manager, Amy Gaines. Statistician, Joe Weaver. At this time, it is my pleasure to present the state championship trophy. The Director of Information Services of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Mr. Tim Streed.
Lady Tigers and fans, how does it feel to have just set school history? In your last 4 games of the season, you played all 4 teams that were ranked in the top 10 of the state, and ladies, you won them all. I know how much pride you take in your school and your community and your region, and now you're going back with another state championship trophy, and this one, for the first time in school history, is for the sport of softball. Congratulations. Almost 750 schools in Ohio play the sport of softball, and the Lady Tigers are the last team in Ohio in the 2015 season to be playing, and they're going to walk off the field with this gold trophy. And on behalf of our board of directors and all of our member schools, it's my honor to give you the gold trophy, state champion 2015.
The Lady Tigers, all happy, all excited. They are state champions. But boy, they had to be nervous in the 7th inning. The Triad Cardinals had an opportunity to break the scoreless game in the 7th inning. They led off with a walk, and then this. Nicole Simonelli gets a base hit to left field. They had runners on 2nd and 3rd, then a key strikeout, a walk loaded the bases, and then this. Maddie Collier to second base, and very, very well done by Caitlin Weaver. They got out of the jam, bases loaded, 2 outs, it went into extra innings. And then in the extra innings, Weaver gets on base to get things started. You get that leadoff runner on base, it's trouble. Bunt him over, trouble with the defense for Triad. Weaver kept on running, moved on to third base. Lindsey Dunn came up, runners on 2nd and 3rd, and did this. Weaver on the move, she comes home. Dunn gets the bunt down, game winner. Watkins was outstanding. She gave up just 5 hits, 1 run, 2 walks. She struck out 6. And Hagney, boy, was she incredible. 13 strikeouts in 8 innings, gave up only 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks. All adds up to a 1-0 win for Shadyside in the Division IV state championship, the first in Shadyside history.
Hagney was great under pressure, and like we just went over, that 7th inning, bases loaded, and they got out of it. That's a sign of a senior, someone who's someone who is a leader, and got out of that tough situation.
Shadyside started the season with 3 wins and 3 losses in their first 6 games. Then they got hot. They won 8 straight games, and now they have won 19 of their last 21 games to win the state championship. That's a photo right there that these young ladies will remember for the rest of their lives. They come to Akron. They go home with the Division IV state championship. The TRIAD Cardinals finish their season with a record of 26-4. They're state runner-ups for the 4th time. State champs for the first time, the Shadyside Tigers, 1-0 in 8 in Akron.